My mic wasn't on. Oh no. I'm so sorry. My mic wasn't on during that. But anyway, I was just pretty much talking about not Christmas. I was talking a little bit about Christmas with Paristown there, but essentially I've just been talking about some showers. Um, but otherwise, it's been fairly quiet today. It's been pretty dry, just overcast, and hasn't felt too bad temperature wise. So we'll take it. But those showers, that boundary, will be sitting further off to the south and east, and that's why we've only seen a few of our counties get clipped by these showers, and they have been so light and just so very sparse. So no major issues to report with those showers. But in terms of how much rainfall we've seen, not anything that's impressive, with the exception of parts of Adair County where they picked up about just under half of an inch. But again, that is over the last 24 hours. And we did have a few showers down that way last night, if I'm not mistaken. But we did make it to a high today, 58 degrees. That's really not bad for this time of year. Granted, it was much earlier today. And then the low was 52, but I have a feeling that will actually get a little lower if we start to cool off a little more dramatically. But temperatures as of right now, they're sitting in the 40s and 50s. So yeah, I have a feeling we'll likely see temperatures creep down to below that 52 degree mark. So that would make our low temperature for the day cooler, if that makes sense. Hopefully it does. But bottom line, it's just going to get cooler tonight than what we saw earlier this morning. I mean, most of us, we only made it down into the 50s for the majority of us, or upper 40s. Tonight will be slightly cooler, likely in the 40s, low and mid 40s, so not bad. But 53 degrees right now at the airport, and pretty much all across our southern Indiana counties, you guys are checking in the 40s. But okay, let's talk rain chances, because I showed this earlier today, and these numbers were higher, and it was for good reason. We thought we would pick up a little more rain tonight, but we've been kind of going back and forth with the data throughout, even just yesterday. It's like, all right, how much do we want to go for the rain chances? And with the majority of the models are now kind of in an agreement that, all right, tonight it's going to be very hit and miss. And I really think anyone who sees the rain, it will likely be maybe in southern Indiana. It's going to be very isolated, pretty light. And that will really be the case through the majority of tomorrow. So nothing to get excited about, write home about. And I'll show you one of our models as well. I always forget to pause it before I press play, so it doesn't just go without me. But okay, so this model doesn't have like a great grasp on what's happening right now in reality. So I like to joke it doesn't have a good grip on reality, like many people we know. Bad jokes. But we do expect those rain chances. This model in particular keeps us a little drier, spotty showers overnight. That's what's going to account for the 10 to 20% chance. And then it has us pretty clear through early tomorrow morning. I'm not fully convinced the clouds will clear out that much. And then it essentially keeps us dry and brings in a good amount of sunshine by tomorrow afternoon. I mean, I would be perfectly fine with this, but just with the fact that it's not initializing well is what we call that, means like it kind of throws a red flag like, okay, this one we should be a little skeptical about this particular computer model when it comes to what it's telling us. This next one is the HRRR. The last one I showed you was our in-house model called the Graph, and this one is called the HRRR. And it's done a little bit better today. It does keep those showers a bit further to the east, southeast, clears us out a little bit, but not a ton. A couple spotty showers, and this is really what I kind of lean my forecast a little bit more towards. Spotty showers tomorrow, but nothing too crazy. Then we'll start to see clearing taking place probably a little bit later. I would love for us to see a little bit of sunshine, but just not going to hold my breath. But I'll cross my fingers that we can see some, because it has been just so gloomy lately. It makes me so sleepy. I'm sure it makes everyone else so sleepy. It's hard to get things done. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love a good cloudy day. It gives me an excuse to stay inside and read a few more chapters of my book, or maybe to take a nap a little bit longer. But we need some sunshine just as human beings. It's good for our well-being. No pun intended there. We do have more rain on the way, which I'll talk more on that. I'll go back to these in a moment, because into the new week, it does turn a little more active, but we need the rain. So we will take what we can get. And this model is the NAM. There we go. I was like, it's going to pop eventually. This does have a little more in terms of coverage area for the showers. But again, I really don't think it's going to be any more than like a 20% chance. Pretty light, very hit and miss, dry through the majority of tomorrow, a little drizzle. Nothing that's going to be too terribly impactful. So don't cancel any of your plans. If you have any, I really think we'll be in good shape for tomorrow. I saw the mall was so busy today, and I feel like tomorrow it's going to be busy again. I should be one of those people who are out at the mall, just because I haven't even I put very minimal thought into Christmas presents this year. So if you're one of those last minute people like me, then we're on the same page here. But okay, let's talk wind gusts, because tomorrow will be kind of a gusty day. Really, the next couple of days will be a little on the windier side. We'll see wind gusts as high as around 20, 30 miles per hour, but I think we'll be closer to the 30 mile per hour range tomorrow. By late morning through the early afternoon, we'll see those gusts as high as around 25 to 30. So just make sure your outdoor decorations are secured. They are tied down really well, so that way they don't end up flying and going airborne. We don't want that. That's not fun. So just make sure those are in good shape, not only just for tomorrow, but the next couple of days, just with the wind that we're going to be expecting. It'll do you some good there. But that's for our wind tomorrow. And this will be kind of similar all the way through about Tuesday, maybe even a little bit Wednesday. We'll see these winds because we'll have a couple of systems quickly pass through the region, a few waves, and that will help to bring us rain chances. I'll talk more on the rain in a moment, but midweek, if you're wondering when it turns cold again, just a couple days away. We are going to be all over the place this week. And if you're anything like me, it absolutely kills my immune system, I feel like. And as of late, I feel like everybody's been getting sick over this last month. I don't know what it is. Maybe it has to do with the weather. Maybe it's just everyone being around more people, friends and family due to the holidays. But just make sure you're taking care of yourself. I've been taking elderberry little gummies. I don't know if they're working or not, but I like to think they are. But anywho, we do have temperatures that'll be only in the 40s by Wednesday. yeah, that'll send a chill down your spine, right? So it will be in the mid 40s for highs on Wednesday, and then the following night and into Thursday morning will actually fall to near or below freezing for a few spots, which could bring us maybe we'll have to watch for the potential of a flurry or two try to sneak in on the backside of the system. I don't think the cold air is going to rush in time. I don't think it's going to catch up to any sort of moisture we have. But yeah, don't get your hopes up. Okay, I'm going to read a few of your comments because I just see Dustin Oliver saying, Dustin in the building. I like that energy. I like your energy you have, Dustin. Let's see. Hello to Danielle. She says, no cold. Stay away from us cold. No cold. I agree. I don't want the cold either. Good evening to you, David Klinger. Hello. I am feeling mostly better, but thank you for the nice words, nice compliments. I have been mostly better. It was like 2 weeks ago, so almost like 3 weeks ago now, I think. It was like, I think everyone got some sort of bug that was going around because everybody was coughing and losing their voice. And thankfully, I'm mostly better. But even this morning, like your voice, it just gets caught in your throat, the ickiness. But Derek Wells is asking, will there be bad weather in Kentucky next Tuesday? Nope. We'll be okay. No bad, but depends on what you call bad weather. But we're just looking at some rain, plain old rain. Let's see. Danielle says stay away from us cold, I guess. Hello to you, Dean. Looks like you're watching from YouTube. Hello to Ricky. Let's see. Oh, hello to Andrew Dockery. Hello to you. Hope you're doing well with your new little one. You're so cute. Hello to Kendall Ford, Derek Wells, and Jackson. Looks like you're tuning in from YouTube. Okay, let's see. New comments coming in at the bottom. Sorry, I'm trying to scroll down. Let's see. Thoughts on when this first snowfall might occur. So technically, we've already seen our first trace earlier this week. I'm blanking on exactly which day that was. I want to say it was, I can't even tell you actually. I think it was Tuesday morning, Monday night, Tuesday morning. That sounds right. That is when we had actually a trace. It was a flurry or two. In terms of our first like big snow, if we even get one this year, that's more of, honestly, Be Good has been really diving into that lately. He was telling me how he was really excited about how he was up late reading about ridges and high pressure in Europe. He's hilarious. Love him so much. But he's been looking more into the longer, like very long range stuff. But in terms of the next 10-day forecast, we don't have any sort of measurable snow on the way. Sorry. Wish I had better news for our bots lovers out there. But hopefully that answers your question, Robert. Dean says yes on the bug. Thank you for validating me because I'm glad I'm not alone because I think it was going around everywhere. Sean says, I hope for snow on Christmas Day. I think you and like 90% of the population would agree with you. Ohio has snow, Willie says. Yeah, go to the north if you want your snow. Will the rain in Portland, Oregon end up here later this week? Is what Rita's asking. We'll talk about that in a moment. But okay, keep leaving your comments and I'll try to get around to them because we're going to be coming up on the 10-day here soon. Charles Smith Jr. says, good evening from Charles in Okolona. I'll take today's weather for the rest of the year. You know what? Not bad. I just want a little more sunshine, right? Which actually in parts of southern Indiana, you guys did see a little sunshine very early this morning when the sun was coming up. So that was a long time ago. But in terms of our temperature outlook for the next 6 to 10 days, that's valid. So that means it's for December 8th through the 12th. So this map, it can be a little deceiving because it looks like, oh, we're going to be so warm. But what this essentially is saying, it's a probability, a measure of probability. So the brighter the shade of red, and that reddish orange color means the higher the chance of above normal temperatures. So essentially, we just have a higher chance of being warmer, bottom line. So that's the messaging, generally speaking, when we show this map. And that goes for the cold, too. The darker the shade of blue, the higher the potential of below normal temperatures. So hopefully that makes sense. We try to do our best in explaining that. But let's see. For your 10-day earliest alert, okay, we do have rain on the way for Monday and Tuesday. I've been adjusting these rain chances. And Monday's probably going to be our best chance, but it's only going to be a window, a very small window, like from roughly, I think, 9 a.m. as what we were thinking to roughly like 3 p.m. It's not going to be all day. Is it the majority of the day? For some people it is, but depending on what your plans are. Tuesday, about a 30% chance. And again, that's going to be mostly during the early morning hours. We'll be mostly dry for Wednesday, dry all the way through Friday, really. And then by Friday, we'll see that high of 60 degrees. But Wednesday, oh my gosh. So we go from 46 on Wednesday to 61 on Saturday. I mean, that's a pretty big range. It's almost 20 degrees. So we're certainly in this kind of yo-yo pattern. We were consistent there for a while, but it's just, I feel like a wrench has just been thrown into the equation here as of late. But we do have better chances. Honestly, probably our next truly best chance of rain will be by the end of next weekend. It actually looks like a more powerful system is going to be coming into play. So that's why I bumped us up to 60% chance, but that is over a week out. So do expect that number to change a little bit. 30% chance for the following Monday. And again, the timing of this system, it's still something that we're working out. So the temperatures have been kind of all over the place too. Even just between this morning and this afternoon, when I was updating the forecast, I noticed some pretty big differences. But otherwise, I mean, we do finally see sunshine on Wednesday and Thursday. Thank goodness. And I really hope that doesn't change. I hope we don't get socked in with the clouds. If this system by Saturday, if that moves in like a little earlier than Saturday night, Saturday evening, then that could mean we have more clouds to contend with. But I will show you guys. This will be one of my last things I show you guys. I'll show you guys a little bit of the extended. And these are, so essentially, this is some of the more high resolution data we're getting in, but it's some of the first runs, so like the first view we're getting of this. So we'll continue to kind of interpret it as need be as we start to get more information about it coming into play. But okay, here is what I was talking about Monday. So Monday morning, you start to see the clouds build back in, and then by at least 10 a.m., we'll start to see these scattered showers move in. 10, 11, noon, 1. And this model in particular has it out. It was a little bit later, but we're pretty much done with it by 4 p.m. Pretty good. Then we'll stay pretty dry for the rest of Monday. And then, boom, Tuesday morning, a very weak system by like 5, 6 a.m. And I know a lot of people want to get excited about the pinks and the blues we have thrown in there, but any sort of wintry weather is likely going to be just out of our reach. Maybe a flurry or two for like northern Jackson and Jennings counties. I mean, like extreme northern Jackson and Jennings counties, but it's still a little too early to be too confident. And again, it's not going to be anything measurable. You're probably going to barely be able to see it because it'll be mixed in with rain. But it'll turn colder, and I'm not a fan of that. I'll tell you what, I'm not a fan of that. But okay. Let's see. All right. I think I answered everyone's questions. I'll throw the 10-day up one more time, just so everyone can soak it in. If it will play. I get a little sidetracked reading your comments sometimes. There it is. Drier for tomorrow. Honestly, not bad temperature-wise. Our average high is 51. 55 is above average. We'll take it. Not bad. It'll be pretty similar to what we saw today, maybe a degree or two cooler. Mostly dry, just some patchy drizzle. Better chances of rain Monday, but again, it's not going to be an all-day rain. And then Wednesday is going to be the cold day, but we're dry with sunshine. So if only we could just have a mild and sunny day, right? That would be like perfect, but that's kind of hard to come by this time of year. But okie dokie, I am going to stop rambling now and hop off here so I can snag some dinner really quick and maybe try to catch a little bit of this game. Which Michael Bowman says go Cards. Yeah, really pulling for the Cards to take home a win. I think they might be the underdogs because I think Florida's ranked 4. I don't pretend to know sports. I try to keep up. Because I'm a competitive person. But I'm not going to pretend like I know what I'm talking about. I'll leave that to Dusty. I can talk about the weather there because it is going to likely rain in Charlotte here soon. So that might play a factor into the game. Be interesting to see. But okay, everyone, I hope you have a really wonderful rest of your weekend. We'll be back here tonight at 11, and then of course tomorrow morning once again tomorrow morning starting at 6 a.m. Again, sorry, I think I can read and talk at the same time, but I've repeatedly proven we cannot do that. But okay, take care, everyone. Go Cards if you're a Cardinal fan. If not, then just be nice. Play nice, right? Take care.